I didn't want to start to record, but like now we're here. So I guess I wanted to talk about some goal setting for 2026, and this is my list of goal setting right here, and it's just it's different. It's just different because I used to do these things for the previous years, but they never worked out, and it's just because yeah, I was just 20, then 21, then 22 years old, and I was figuring it out, and I wasn't competent enough to take that level of responsibility. If you could just come on, just okay. So I guess this year I'm doing this for real. Okay, so I'm making these changes for real. I'm setting these goals for real, and I wanted to convey to you the method that I used, and explain to you why it's so powerful. So, starting from the first part of the goal setting shit, we should just focus on 10 goals that we have for the year. So let me read to you my 10 goals that I have for the year. So 1 is to delegate the cleaning of my house. 2 is cooking just half of the times. 3 is to train better and actually weigh around 70 kilograms. The 4th one is a special of mine because although it's a materialist good, it's just a goal that I have, and is to buy another bike, buy a new motorcycle. 5th one is to have a happy and aware relationship. 6th one is to entirely put my focus on just my studio, my new creative studio that I founded 4 months ago, and I'm talking about that in a bit. But the 6th one is the most important, and later we will mention why. So 7, I no longer do jobs and gigs that I don't want to do. 8, I have a new circle, I have new friends, I have new colleagues. 9 is to elevate myself in culture and just personally. And 10, I master communication and sales. And this is just the first part. You should just write 10 goals that you have right here in 6 months' time. And then we're moving to the second part, which is where we take action and we plan to take action. So the second part is essentially 20 ways to make that reality. And what I mean by that is just pick one goal that you wrote and ask yourself, is this the goal that is gonna have a ripple effect on all the others? If you reach this goal, all the other goals that you have may come more easily. Choose the one that you think is gonna have the most, the greatest ripple effect on the others, and just focus on that. Of course, for me, it was about the studio, so I want to focus entirely on N76, which is my creative studio. And if this happens, then I will be able to no longer do gigs that I don't want to do, having new colleagues, new friends, and making new experiences, elevate myself personally, master communication and sales, because I will need these skills to be mastered in order to developing my business and my creative studio, and all of the others will come naturally. So focus on this goal that you have and use the second part to plan how to make this a reality. So first, I'm gonna implement new ways to get new leads, get new numbers. Second one is functioning an online website. 3 is a social campaign and strategy. 4 is YouTube videos. 5 is a community. 6 is a physical space for a studio. 7 is to document it all. 8 is content. 9 is regional and European funds. 10 is a new strategy on the business side of things. 11 is about some AI side project. 12 digital products. 13 co-working. And sub-renting the space that we're gonna have. 14 is open days, 15 is merchandise, 16 is the culture of our business, the culture of our team. So I guess having a solid culture. 17 is sponsor in and sponsor out. 18 is consulting. 19 is academy and in-person meetings. 20 is in-person workshops. I know what you're saying, right? So 20 ways. How can I come up with 20 ways? It sounds incredible. When I was starting this paper, I only thought about 3 or 4 things. But I guarantee you guys that if you just take half an hour of your time with no distractions, no music, no phone, no notifications, no nothing, no internet, no nothing, just you, yourself, and your business and your goals, you will come up with 20 ways, I guarantee you guys, okay? In a bit, I'm gonna tell you a secret to do this paper in the most valuable way that probably you didn't think of, okay? So now that you have this 20 ways to make a goal reality, just copy and paste this piece of paper around your house. Have it on your desk every time you sit to do some work, to take action and to start your working day. Just have this open. Put it on your phone, just any way to remind you guys, because I made this on the 31st of December 2025 and we're now on the 4th of February and I already killed some of these objectives. So the only way that I made this possible is to constantly remind myself of this piece of paper that I wrote. Do not let it take dust somewhere around your house, somewhere on your desk. Just actively remind yourself of this piece of paper, and this piece of paper is gonna take care of your goals. You should have in mind the feeling that you're gonna have once you're gonna live this life full of these objectives that you just killed. And this is the secret about, taking action on the goals you've set it for yourself. Before writing all of this, just take 10 minutes of your time and do like a meditation kind of thing. I do not meditate, not daily, not regularly, but trust me. When you think about your life in 6 months' time, you ask yourself, if everything worked out and you didn't fear anything and you have achieved everything that you had in mind, what would your life be like and how would it feel to live that life? If you ask yourself that, I guarantee you guys that if you just close your eyes and think about it and really think about it, you will start to feel that on your skin. And once you feel the emotions, automatically your body is gonna start to react in some sense, okay? Sorry for my voice, I just don't have voice anymore. I mean, think about it, right? How would it feel to live the life that you want to live? Just close your eyes and think about your day in the life, all right? I wake up here, I do this, I do that, and what's your routine? Where do you go to do your work? Who do you go with? Which car do you drive? And what do you eat? Where do you train? When do you train? What's your body look like? How is your partner looking like? And how do you yourself look? Just think about the best way possible that you could live your life realistically from now. And I know that for some of you, it might be difficult, it might be hard to imagine some kind of positive, parallel world where everything worked out and you didn't fear anything and whatever. But you have to get out of a sort of cage that you're into, where you feel that scarcity is the norm for you, is the standard. Well, just know that that might not be the case. You're just wired that way because you're used to it. And I was myself used to scarcity, and I didn't see the abundance in my life, and I could only, not even imagine how would it feel like. So I get it. But you have to know that your thoughts shape the way you think. The way you think, actually, through your habits and what you're used to repeat to yourself, actually shapes the person you become. And this is not some guru shit. It's just how the brain works and how I studied the brain to work. So just keep in mind that it's possible, okay, to change and to feel the abundance in your life and to get out of this cage. Just keep in mind that it's possible. You may not know that now, you may not, feel like it tomorrow, but I guarantee you that if you keep hoping for that to happen, you're gonna start to believe in that day by day. And I hope that in 1 month, in 2 months from now, you can actually operate from a different mindset, and that will completely change your life. For the rest of you, I wish you the best. I leave you this piece of paper down below. You can check my socials for more. I'm sorry for my voice. I know it's not the best right now. Yeah, this is just what I wanted to share tonight. I'll leave you to it. So best of luck, and I'll meet you in the next one.